experience. I think I'm a responsible, functioning, contributing member to my community. I think that that recovery is a lot more than sobriety. You could have people who are sober and doing some terrible things, like dealing drugs or doing crimes. And I'm not sure I would consider that person a person in recovery. And someone like me, who had a serious addiction to heroin, where if I had the drugs, I'd shoot up 10, 15 times a day. I was definitely over the edge and into the madness of addiction. And I don't do that today. I'm someone who believes that, yes, there are many doors to recovery, but recovery can take different paths. And I think it's important that those of us who've overcome serious addiction, that we not only be responsible citizens, but if there's some way that we could help others to give something back, I think that's a great thing for us to be doing. So I have, what keeps me going is I have a good network. I got loving, caring friends. I got work that I like and I enjoy. And I've learned how to cope with that part of me that led me into addiction. I've learned how to reduce stress through meditation and being more mindful. I've learned how to not be reactive and take a step back and see what my options are and choose to handle the various things in my life that I can handle them in a way that I can feel good about. So I could say that's the way I keep myself together today. Well, certainly it's a very different life, because when I was addicted, I was out of control. I really believed that I had to do some of the things that I did. And it may be more than 40 years ago, but when I think about it, some of those things, I don't feel good about it. I don't think anybody goes through life without some regrets. But I was in the full madness of addiction, thinking, believing I had to do some of those crazy things. I've come to understand that that part of what led me into that self-destructive behavior was not only a belief system that told me negative things about myself. I was in a self-destructive relationship with myself, which means you know, you don't like yourself, and then there's a part of you that doesn't like you so much that that anger, that rage, gets turned on self. And I don't feel that way anymore. I've changed, and I've changed the way I think. And by changing the way I think, I have changed the way I feel. And I don't have the need to medicate my feelings the way I did many years ago when I was addicted. What I do here at Exponents is basically provide opportunities for people who I have some common experience with. People from the inner city here in New York who have had personal experience with addiction, with incarceration, with compromised immune systems, and we help people to take better care of themselves, to develop a better relationship with themselves. Because if that relationship with yourself becomes one of acceptance, becomes one of where you become a friend to yourself, you're not going to be in so much pain that you need to medicate. And that's the way I understand drug-taking behavior. It's a form of self-medication. And to me, the only reason why anybody would keep medicating themselves, even when they know that what they're doing is hurting themselves, that anyone who habitually takes substances, even though they know it's going to ultimately hurt themselves, is someone in pain. And the getting high is just a form of medicating that pain. And so, in a lot of ways, it seems that people suffer. They suffer from the pain of depression. They suffer from the pain of faulty understanding and belief systems. But the way our society has chosen to deal with this pain, or people who suffer from this pain, is to punish them, to criminalize them, to put them in jail because they're self-medicating. Seems somewhat ironical that we are promoting medication of pain, unwanted feelings, bad moods. We're promoting medicating that on television, pushing drugs on people in our society. But if you happen to find a drug that works for you but is not being marketed by a pharmaceutical company, well, now you're a criminal. Now you're an outlaw. But if you're taking a pharmaceutical drug, well, we'll give you a pass on that. So I think that we've gone about dealing with our drug issue in this country in a manner that's not very effective at all, and that if we were able to become a bit more enlightened and start treating addiction for what the science today is telling us is a crime.